I was actually born in Orlando, Florida, and then in the early 90s, my family moved to Atlanta, down in Georgia, and so I attended school down at the University of Georgia as a Bulldog, and then went to the Medical College of Georgia. After graduating, I moved here to the St. Louis area to attend pediatric training and neonatology training at WashU, St. Louis Children's Hospital, across the way in St. Louis. When I was in medical school, I knew I always wanted to do pediatrics, and so that was kind of the easy decision. I knew that's something I'd always wanted to do. After graduating from medical school, one of my first rotations as a pediatrician was on labor and delivery. It was the very first month after graduating, and really I kind of got addicted then, but didn't know it for maybe another 6 months to a year, that everything was getting compared to this job. The excitement, the unknown, the adrenaline rush of getting called in the middle of the night for a baby that needs your help is addicting, and the group of colleagues that I work with kind of share that kind of feeling, and that there's nothing better than helping this newborn baby and them going home with their family happy and ready and explore whatever's out there for them. I guess the thing I enjoy most kind of relates back to something my old mentor used to tell me. If you think about births in general, birth is something in both our culture and cultures across the world that is a very private moment. I mean, not anybody other than very close family members is allowed to be present most of the time. And over my career, we are there for what is one of the most private moments of a family's life. And to be able to help them and become part of that family, to go through the trials and tribulations of the days to weeks to come, and then celebrate the success at the end of it, that's what makes it all worth it. I see kids both in the hospital and part of a developmental follow-up clinic to track what happens to these babies long-term and to anticipate problems. And I can remember one of my very first as a trainee getting called at 2 o'clock in the morning. We go to meet this family, and we always joke as to hey, we hope not to see you anytime soon for many, many weeks, but in case you're ready, we'll be ready for your birthday party. And it wasn't maybe 2 hours later that we get called back, and this mom ends up delivering her infant at 24 weeks prematurely. And then spending the next 4 or 5 months in the neonatal intensive care unit to go through learning how to breathe on your own, learning how to eat on your own, learning how to keep your temperature up on your own. I actually had the opportunity to hear how this baby was doing because they came to the emergency department where my wife was working. They recognized the last name, and so they and my wife got talking, and my wife told me how they were doing, and I ended up seeing them in the clinic where, to be honest, I can't even tell as a specialist that this baby has any problems whatsoever. And so that's what we're really hoping for, is that we can't predict whether or not you're going to have problems or not, but we do everything really in our power to make sure we limit as much of that as we can.